Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This is Capo Daniel speaking. I want to give you a message and for help for update una as well and for open una eye for exactly what will happen. Because this struggle, for our liberation struggle, it ain't been at the one way we need to be very careful, because as much as God it talks say na a God ordained struggle this, just like salvation, no man can never take away your salvation. Nobody can never take away the victory or the independence or freedom of Ambazonia, except Ambazonia. Now only we fit spoil this struggle. Now only our foolishness if it destroy our prospect for be free. I go explain for you now which way that happened today as an example for showing the broader picture of how we Ambazonia, we our own worst enemy. All man way it done the observe what did happen for the international community. It go no say if you kill a journalist, if you take your hand, you go touch journalists. Whether na for the one way Saudi Arabia, if you go kill them for Turkey, the whole world will come off your head. Whether na the one way Israel go kill them for Gaza, the whole world it go come off your head. Whether na the one way recently Martinez Zogo, the pobia he canker worm them, then go hold them, kill them. He almost want bring an end to the whole regime of Ferdinand Gongo. Any man way he know something or man way he observe, they want to talk say even Kotobas can walk, even Tala Andre Marie can see. You do not kill a journalist, whatever the case may be. Don't do something stupid unless you really want to destroy this struggle. So now know very well what way it happen. Say a journalist it can be killed for Bamenda, for Don Simon Bar. When this journalist it die, I go keep my communication with our forces them classified for the moment. When this journalist die, because the international community knows say for inside Ambazonia, now one leader they way it be in connection with Ground Zero, where it be responsible and it be proactive for this was struggle. Then come for me. 3 different organizations they way and then discuss with them. One, now the Buckler, this man with they call a very popular BBC journalist, Buckler, he called me. He said, Capo Daniel, I am running a story about a journalist that have been killed in Bamenda by Ambazonian forces. This is what I have in my hand and I want to run this story. And I tell him, this is not a senseless killing. This is not a targeted killing. This do not amount to the type of thing you want to put out there. And when I know when the international community want kill any country or struggle, they give the struggle bad name, as we talk say, before you want kill a dog, you give that dog a bad name. The international community now, as I talk for now, it not be in favor of Ambazonia because of our own stupidity, our own overdone. And around one Ambazonia, if we not soften our hardline, we are done. We are done. If we don't soften our hardline and if we don't wise up, I've told you people I'm going to provide for you the inconsistency with the international law, the positions that our hardlines have taken, for the purpose that together we can resolve the issue and position our liberation struggle where we can attract the right attention from the international community. But that is another topic. Make a show now how we will destroy the struggle. Because I defend Ambazonia, I don't check for BBC Sute Buckler, he never put out the interview where he began with me. Because the two way one do for we, if you work with the way I take and talk for you. You get 2 other journalists, including one of the freelancer where they work for Reuters. Them two, they don't key their own story because be the way they want for finish with the way I take and defend Ambazonia. A day as a day, this is what has happened. Some organization and they for Washington DC, when they inform United Nations, the State Department, and all the people, the way now independent people, they carry investigation. They don't contact me for tell me say what did it happen. For them, they don't share with me privileged information. Because for this struggle for the long time, I don't defend Ambazonia, I don't gain credibility and international recognition as a credible Ambazonian voice. The information where the international community get them, now information where they always get them. Recorded conversation with Ambazonian fighters them, with recognized voices of our fighters. Because the international community then get hundreds and thousands of informers disguised as common citizens. Some who have been trained by the organization of Abobala and many human rights organizations on Ground Zero as called as monitors. They have thousands of monitors. They engage with our own forces. You also have Cameroon intelligence officers who are also donors. They support struggle. They collect data and they supply those data as confidential information. Sometimes I'm privileged because of my portfolio to have access to what the international community have. Just like I be tell una the information where you and me don't gather about Garbu. So I see tell una. And you know we shake no work because I've been a stone now after they go leave me. So international community, it get statement the way now our soldier they make up for people them for Ground Zero. Conversation them for people, them family member them for this boy way they don't kill him. And yeah. May he so rest in peace. Then get testimony them. From witness them, people they be drink for bar when they don't interview them. La Republique they are due as I talk for now, it can seal that bar. Then take CCTV camera for that bar, then get video them we will never see them for Ambazonia. So they know where to way happen. The people them they saw that the way they can't take that action, they identify themselves. Nobody say they can't hide because nobody thief people them. They identify themselves. So they don't get an expert for you and way now a forensic expert where they don't give an initial observation of the corpse. According to the information where they already get up. Now say the boy it be shot at close range. That means say it be impossible say person where shoot it, you know be see. You know we talk say now crossfire. La Republique already know say as they become for that place there was no other person with gun. Because the person where wouldn't tell them say they become a fine over there, you know be there for there at that particular time. So the issue about crossfire no be ever happen. They don't try to fight this case for Thai Ambazonia for this case. And don't defend them by the truth because now only the truth will set us free. And I explain them for them say this. So this thing happened. The boy they know be kind of can kill the journalist because they know the journalist he has. If they be kind of can kill he, they will go find if he has. And I make all the case very well, defend our case like I be Ambazonian advocate as I be. My platform now. Ambazonian People's Advocacy Platform. So I am an advocate, lawyer, advocate de Ambazonia. I don't defend the case very well. There are say no loophole in Nova Comot where they for use this case for crucify Ambazonia. Wait to way La Republique then do, and wait to way the international community then do. Then go back then send messages them. For this was same soldier them. Send me then talk say then kill that man now by crossfire. This information why they tell na a commander for La Republique. Because they know say they talk where I don't talk for the international community, the defense where I don't put them for our soldier them. It no be fit, they no fit defeat them. Because the only way they fit defeat them is for discredit way to way I don't talk on behalf of our soldier them. And our soldier they trust me because they know say I get credibility. And I go always put the interest of our country first. So they don't go deceive some of the soldiers them. Me then tell the ADF and the AGOVC, say, me then put out a statement saying a crossfire because they know say it is not a crossfire and the physical evidence, the witness testimony can confirm that it is not a crossfire. A crossfire means say two people they shoot each other, then you for inside and then the gun don't catch you by mistake. So the scenario of crossfire is impossible. And why do La Republique need this story so badly that it was a crossfire? Because it would discredit our account and our account will be discarded. They want to do everything to make sure that we don't have a voice in this thing. Because the news La Republique wanted was that it is an opportunity to come and say that our soldiers are brainless fools who just go around with gun looking for anybody to shoot around. Or worse still, they can still even add that we are going around killing journalists like Martinez Zogo. That means we are also bad people like La Republique. That is the news they wanted. But they could not get it because, as a matter of fact, these soldiers are the best units we have. These are the people who are fighting against kidnapping, fighting against gang. They have lost soldiers going to catch people who have steal from people's store and return their property. So these are not boys that you can say people can bribe to go and kill these journalists. These are not the boys that you can say they came there for money. They were doing their job for Ambazonia. So as for the egg of C member them, how this struggle then become na political party, that means for every group, they are more concerned with being say, now when a Capo Daniel they talk, it means say na idan be the leader. So me the Harry to go talk. Now they don't give them what say na fire, crossfire. They are wrong go put statement now. And then they carry them now them self do work share them so na see our own spokesman it don't go talk say na crossfire. Na crossfire. Do they even know the ramification? Do they even know what happened on the ground? Do they even know the evidence that the international community or the people on the ground have? Do they know the anger that our people have for the death of these journalists? Have they talked to the people in Tarinkun? Have they talked to the journalists? Oh, foolish people. Unaran shudon for diaspora sute lost touch with reality. Una be so concerned for project una serve, so much una go undermine the same thing una they actually fight for because of name. Una want to say una want to stand up to for the talk, but una need one check for what purpose. What will you accomplish by turning for day and talking? Have you done due diligence? Do you even know what is going on? Because most of the time, na La Republique they can't push the one say go talk the one, go talk the one. Because they know the place they want shake the work and they know where to they want use that talk where you go talk for go affect for go shake work for day. La Republique du Cameroon, they don't want Ambazonia to defend themselves. That is why you see they will tarnish my image, they will do all type of thing to shake me, they will roughen me up because they don't want anybody to defend Ambazonia, to speak for Ambazonia. And when somebody wants to speak for Ambazonia, they want to make sure that that person will be some stupid person that will say exactly what they want so that they can paint the caricature where it really matters. Because where it matters is the international community, the journalists, organizations that protect journalists, to know, to have a perception of us as a people fighting for this struggle. The truth of the matter is that we shouldn't be so concerned about the other things than the fact that the journalists have been killed. And the best way to prevent such things to happen in the future is for us to send that message that this is unacceptable and to take the responsibility, because if you don't take the responsibility, you also encourage and create an environment where the same thing will happen again in the future. That aside, now we Ambazonians will kill ourselves, now we destroy ourselves. Because we feel say wait, at all costs, una must chakara tuwe Capo Daniel di do am now. Even if una no fit do am, una must prove it say be wrong. Una go so tell the enemy the use una no even know when the enemy the use una. But una purpose na say una want to bring Capo Daniel down. Una no even know why that boy they always talk now with Capo Daniel. Una no even know why. So the first complaint I say na Capo Daniel be first talk up. Then they realize and say no, before Capo Daniel statement, major news organization be already make publication. Then they come and say, no, why Capo Daniel talk up? You don't go show them, you don't go talk with soldiers, they say all soldiers them. Then they discover and say Capo Daniel actually shield all soldiers them by reminding the people, they say all soldiers they be done take convention and declaration for Toronto say journalism being a protected people. Then the same people them now when they want go announce them, then go talk say na ADF. Then go talk say na ADF say put their picture this because they want me their picture there for front. So if they be the attack Capo Daniel, say the reason why Capo Daniel no for talk say na Ambazonia and carry am that attack. Then how the same person will go talk say you're not supposed to talk say now we carry the attack. It go no before do go claim the attack, but even for putting a name for they identify the group in name with the name. So they need to bring statement them for fight. They need to fight Capo Daniel because Capo Daniel don't do anything wrong. They are just so desperate. And when you put your group so far at all costs, you will always end up doing the wrong things inadvertently. I want to believe say all the people them for the various group them for Ambazonia. Now patriot them when they try to do their best. But all this group the way will be created for Ambazonia. So one use them for fight for our freedom. Them all they don't turn on a political party. Where the time for become political party nobody reach. All the member them. They make argument not be because say they want defend the Ambazonia. Now because say they want me they be hope say that the group it go turn up for front. Oh, now wouldn't punish we so. Now wouldn't punish we so. If we want freedom, if we really want to separate from Cameroon, we need to behave ourselves like people them way. Then know the importance for which way they fight for. Because the way for fight for get freedom, it no go ever come with corny. It go come when you be sincere. Because if you be sincere, before you want put on a statement saying a crossfire, a key that journalist, you go first go investigate. You know go talk and say I yes say investigation need to rely on one source. Investigation in need to rely on one source. You get multiple evidence or substantiated evidence. And the more important thing that dictates your interpretation even of some of those evidence are the physical evidence. So if our only competency for this struggle, now say our group, at the end of the day, if we no win this struggle, what will that group become? What will all the titles that we have carried will become if we don't win this war? We will only win this war by the truth, by light, by honesty, by selflessness, not by selfishness. So my people them, I want to tell now one thing again. All the Ambazonian organization who know I'm now, so who will be start the struggle with them now, all of them have become the problem. All of them are the problem we have in Ambazonia. And every organization we do for Ambazonia, if member them for they not be patriotic enough for retrospect about their behavior and their conduct, look where they have fallen from grace, and then come back to their senses, then they will be wiped out of history. Like my friend for China, the talk, Primus, say God have an automatical way to delete all fake people in this struggle. It's just a matter of time. And our freedom will not come until that time will finish where every fake person have been deleted. So, like the Hebrew people where they be there for desert, where they go and cross desert for a journey for 40 days. They end up for take 40 years because that is how long it take for the wind for pass. Me the anus expose itself. Me all the character where they become out for Egypt. Me die. We need that period. Me pass for Ambazonia and we go through the last days. So I want to leave on this audio for reflection. And I hope say when I hear warning, the Bible say when prophet he give warning, now because there is still time for salvation. So this warning, the one to put them outside every time. When I remember the first one when I put them for Sako, how long it take when I before na movie. When I remember the one when I put them for Chris Anu, no be even time we start na time we brother enter for Lebialem. How long it take una for una eye for open? How many people they be died during that period? How many big general they be died during that period? Today, warning, it don't come for una again. Tower be first give the warning. They be talk say no, not because of this, not because of that. Una choose una own because. If you want to talk your own, say na because Capo Daniel be done do the one. Because Capo, you are welcome. It no go shake me. Because I stand on the ground, a solid ground. The people the way they can't see me for night for talk for me. Now the heroes them, the clean one them. With their blood, it speak through me. And I go hold up the mantle where I don't take them with my own hand for Ambazonia until freedom shall come. This struggle it no go ever end like SDF. This struggle it no go ever transform itself like SDF. I guarantee you now. Because the price have already been paid.